In big cities like New York City, space can definitely be limited at home.
We know that very well. Whether you live alone in a studio, apartment, or you're bunking with 3 to 5 roommates, things can get pretty cramped. But this doesn't necessarily mean you have to get rid of all your stuff.
No, today we're bringing you tips on how to maximize that space in the one room that could really get cluttered the most. Of course, we're talking about the kitchen. Shatter at Home host V. Copeland joins us now to talk about some really great solutions so we can save space in small kitchens and honestly no matter how big your kitchen is, I feel like everyone wants more space.
Oh, yeah. These will work for any kitchen, but we're talking, I mean, we're living in New York. We're talking specifically New York, that studio kitchen, that dreaded studio kitchen. So I moonlight. I have a side hustle as a personal organizer. You guys know that. And so I constantly get the question, how do I maximize space in a small kitchen, in a small apartment? So I've rounded up a couple of my favorite products, ranging in price. So let's just dive in. Okay. This is a riser. You can put this in a cabinet to not only maximize storage, but also accessibility. So, in a typical cabinet, I mean, what are the problems of a small kitchen? Cabinet space, drawer space, vertical space, trying to maximize that counter space. So this is great inside a cabinet. This goes in a cabinet into the corner and gives you basically double the shelf space, whether it's cups, wine glasses, like I have here, plates, bowls. This is a great storage solution.
And it looks nice too.
It does.
Oh yeah.
Very presentable.
They have, they come in white, chrome, all sorts of options. And this runs about under $20, like
That's
17 bucks.
Perfect.
So easy solution. Moving on, we have this tiered spice rack, if you will. This you could kind of put on anything.
This.
It's great. So what this gives you put this in a cabinet, or I guess you could put it on your counter too if you have the counter space.
Right.
This gives you visibility and accessibility. So oftentimes with spices, they're all the same height. You're just kind of like trying to peer into the back of a cabinet. You're losing a lot of what you have. This spreads them out, gives you a better glance at what you got.
Right. So if you don't have a spice rack per se, this can be
what do they call it? A
solution.
lazy Susan?
There it is.
Too.
Yeah.
A little roundabout.
Right.
Yeah. And you can get really creative and even use the space underneath.
Yes.
That doesn't have to be lost space. Get creative, stash things back there.
Right.
Another way to streamline kind of what's going on the counter is a crock, a utensil crock, a utensil holder. Keeping everyday items out on the counter. If you don't have that drawer space, it's kind of your only solution. So getting something you love, they come in variety of materials, colors, all sorts of options. And if you want to take it that extra step, maybe streamline your utensils, get some matching going on, kind of streamlines the look.
Adulting. Matching utensils.
Yeah, no longer the hand-me-downs from our older siblings or our former roommates. Yeah, go out and actually buy a set. I don't know.
Well, according to Trey Bodge, they're having a lot of home sales
there
this
you
weekend,
go.
so this might be the weekend to do it.
Go buy. And then last but not least, cabinets. I think this solution is something we don't often think about, but they're great over-the-cabinet solutions. So you can see, we don't have a cabinet door with me right now, but imagine my hand is the top of the door.
Yeah.
This hangs there. This is for paper towels, but there are other over-the-door solutions, hooks for kitchen towels, but also trash bins. I have one at my place, and instead of having a trash bin out, taking up floor space, you just tuck it back under the kitchen sink.
Right.
You don't even know it's there.
And also for people who love to hoard the shopping bags from the grocery stores, you can kind of use that as a storage.
Exactly. They have over-the-door plastic bag storage.
Right. Or you can hide the plastic bags underneath your spice rack as well.
Oh yeah.
There's different places you could
So
stash
much
stuff.
you can do here.
You're getting creative.
Yes.
So those are just a little roundup of the things that I recommend, solutions that I've seen work, solutions that I even use in my own home.
And all this, you said that's under $20.
So this is 17. Let's see, over the cabinet, $10. This utensil holder, $10, and this $8.
There you go.
So.
Speaking of utensils, B, do you recommend, I guess it's like the little built-ins, like the slots that you can put into the drawers?
I
to
actually
kind
have
of
a lot of
maximize?
those in my house.
Yeah.
I think anything you can do in your space, if you have bigger drawers, a way to parcel them out is going to help a lot. I mean, at the end of the day, I think keeping a kitchen organized keeping any room of the house organized is going to come down to giving things an individual place for it to live. And so the cheese grater always goes back into this spot in the drawer. That's going to simplify a lot of things.
Actually, the kitchens we're showing are much bigger than most New York City kitchens.
I
I should mention that. And this actually could work in the bathroom too, like with makeup, cosmetics. There's so much you can do with this stuff.
Definitely. All purpose.
Yeah.
Curious, Bea, before we let you go, if you don't have a pantry, is there a good alternative to that? Is there like maybe like a cabinet solution that you recommend like bringing in that's
Is this
still
a personal
streamlined?
request? Is this coming from your own
Asking
home?
for a friend.
No pantry. I mean, I think a lot of us in smaller apartments can, understand that. No pantry.
Because that's where a lot of your appliances go. And
I mean, if the kitchens that I see in New York City, sometimes it boggles my mind. I'll see a kitchen without any without any cabinet space and a full-size dishwasher. I mean, what? A studio apartment, full-size dishwasher, and no cabinet space. It sometimes boggles my mind. So I have seen it all. And for no pantry, I think, something like this, something that's going to create dimension, depth when you don't have it. Also, thinking vertically is a big deal.
Thinking vertically.
I know. For some of us,
over the cabinets, right? You can kind of create a whole other world.
For some of us who are more vertically challenged,
right?
Get a step stool. Just invest. Do it. It's going to pay off.
Right.
I mean, they make nice thin ones, like an inch wide, and stash it next to the refrigerator. Stash it in the closet.
Yeah.
So, Bea, if our viewers want to get more great information like this, where can they find you?
So, on Cheddar at Home, we air every Tuesday, 6 p.m. And my personal Instagram account, where you can follow all of my adventures, is at Beatrice_Copeland.
And you can obviously catch her right here on CBN regularly because we need a lot of help, a lot of questions.
I actually text her. I really like, this is what's going on in my house.
Yes.
And Bea said, I need to come over. I can't do
this over the phone. Yeah. And feel free to do the same thing. Weigh in Cheddar Big News on Twitter and Facebook. If you have any questions for Bea, we'll hopefully help you out right here on CBN.
Definitely.
Cheddar at Home host, Bea Copeland, as always. Thank you so much, Bea.
Thanks, guys.